Hello everybody, welcome back to my video. I'm Purple from Gaming here, and today we're playing some more Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense. So first things first, I want to say thank you for 700 subscribers. That's pretty good. Working our way, I think we're making pretty good progress towards our goal for the end of the month. 750 still obviously quite a ways away, but I mean, we're doing pretty well. Still quite a while left in May. I think like 20-something days. We should be good. But today I'm back because there was another event, which thank you guys for letting me know. I usually find out about these on my own soon enough, but I mean, sometimes it takes me a little bit longer. So this is actually one of my favorite ones. This is the event I actually started with, the Joshua and Margaret Investigations. It's different. That's honestly the main reason it's the best. It's different, and even though it's a very similar idea, very similar basis, it makes it better, and also I love Joshua and Margaret, the designs. Like, they're just two Jakes with their, like, investigations. I think it's pretty cool. Let's read that event, because it's fun to read them. Joshua and Margaret are hot on the trail of some elusive loot. Help them track it down by finding clues. You can find clues by completing the challenge maps. The harder the difficulty, the more clues you'll find. Find enough clues to cover all the prizes. I like it. It's a little different. The one thing I will say, so it's a much shorter event. Overall, so this is, it depends, okay? But overall, this event is more difficult. Overall, this event is more difficult because you have a third as much time. And you need 35 of these, but it's different, okay? So obviously you get the Legendary Worship at 35. You automatically collect rewards, you can't choose when to get them, so really, I got these two already. We'll get the 5 and 8 one today, but then the rest, ignoring the 35, will probably happen off camera. It's just the way it is. But if we do look at the maps, Normal gives you 1, Hard 2, Extreme 3, and Impossible 4. So it's actually a much bigger difference between the different difficulties. So in Impossible, you can get all of your rewards in 9 games, which is a pretty big deal because that's less than half as much as you need for the other event. Obviously, you have a third as much time, so it's still harder, but it's not that much harder. But if you're playing on normal mode, you need to beat 35 maps. Obviously, hopefully you'll at least be on hard mode, but 35 is insane, and even 17 is a lot in 10 days. That's nearly, well, that's like over 2-ish. It's 2-ish maps per day, which isn't hard, but it's not easy, at least compared to Impossible's, 1 a day, or less than 1 a day? Less than 1 a day, yeah. So that's a pretty big deal. It definitely is a little bit of a tighter one, but obviously, as I said, this is still the one that I beat my first time, so it's definitely not impossible. I think I was doing hard then. I might have been doing extreme, but I think it was only hard maps then. And I was still able to do it. It took forever, don't get me wrong. I had to play a lot. But you can still do it. Don't give up hope instantly. I am going to be doing Impossible today, though, because, well, I mean, I actually want to continue on progress with the event. Because you guys are going to do it before me anyways. My only hope is to do all of these on Impossible and maybe potentially get sort of close to being done at the same time as you guys. You guys do these events so fast. I actually love this map, the little hot dog soldiers. Cool, unique property. If you didn't know, well, you probably do. This is one of the first maps you do in the game. But every round, they summon a hot dog soldier who can take a certain amount of balloons. I want to say it's like 10 or 20 or something. It's not very many, but it's still nice to know. It's still nice to have. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm doing my basic strategy. I have Sai super powerful. I'm actually going to use Commander Cassie this time because she's fun and I'm tired of using Super Monkey. So she'll be super strong. And then, of course, we have Sam with Phoenix Wand, Plane, Cosmic Gauntlet, Baby Tooth, Future Crystal, all of the super OP stuff. Sam's a great character to just give all of your best trinkets to, assuming they're not actually buffs, in which case, don't. But any support thing like that, so like, well, Future Crystal, Cosmic Gauntlet, Baby Tooth, the Gauntlet of the Hero or whatever, which was actually my first epic. I'm sure I've told you that before, but in case you didn't know, little trivia fact, my first epic was actually the Gauntlet of the Hero. And I didn't, I gave it to Jake, I think. Because it just seemed like it was meant for Jake. I think it is. It might be meant for Dungeon Jake, but I'm pretty sure in actual Adventure Time like lore, it's his Gauntlet. I'm pretty sure it's in the Dungeon Jake episode, though, so I guess technically it's Dungeon Jake's, but whatever, that's not important. But yeah, so this event, I like it, as I've said, because it's slightly different. It doesn't have to be very different for it to make a big deal, honestly. One thing I actually do want to talk about this, I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea because it's not on the App Store for me because I don't have an Android device. But apparently Bloons Pop is coming out soon. It has pre-order on Android, and I think for mobile, or for iOS rather, it's coming soon. I think it is a mobile game, but that sounds pretty cool. I have to admit, I'm not that big of a fan of like the pop style games, but I have like, oh, pop these balloons or objects using these abilities and blah and shoot. But it's a balloon. Like just like started talking loud and went to no voice at all. It's a balloons game. That's awesome. It instantly makes it way better. So I'm assuming it's gonna be super good. I'm sure we'll play it at least a little bit. We'll see how much. It could be. It depends. Some of those games, they can be very fun, and sometimes they're like, oh, well, this was fun to do for an hour or two. I'm done now. So we'll see. But I'm sure I will do at least 1 or 2 videos on that game because that would be fun. Who knows when that's gonna come out? That might be a little while, but sounds cool. They have like heroes, which I guess are like if you get enough score, you get a hero to help you, and they have different like tiers of towers and like order. It looks cool. I have no idea how fun it's going to be, but it looks pretty cool. A lot to it, which should be nice. It's good news. I'm thankful between Bloons Pop and eventually Battles 2 and all that stuff. And I still have hope for Monkey City 2. I really hope it's going to happen. I don't know if it will, but I still have hope for that. Good games, good Ninja Kiwi games to move us forward, because you know what? This game, I like the event like this. This is always great. And a lot of you guys mentioned, oh yeah, like I just started playing the game because of you and I'm almost done. Yeah, there's not too much to it, but you have to make your own fun, obviously. I basically beat the game when I started doing videos on this game. If I had to guess, this is probably like my, I don't know, 150th, 200th video on this game. It gets ridiculous, but it's true. And they're all different. They're not, well, okay, they're mostly different. Some are similar, or redos because I did poor earlier, but as you get more trinkets, as you learn more about the game, it's not a bad thing to redo things. If you learn more and you have more experience and you're like, oh, I should have done that, well then do that now. Redo it, try it again. Plus, you know, eventually I'm gonna have to beat all the maps and stuff. We don't talk about that though, because that will take forever. But my promise is I'm gonna keep playing this game. I'm not gonna stop until I get my collection, at least ignoring Martian games and legendaries. That's not gonna happen, but ignoring Martian games and legendaries, I want my collections to be maxed. And I also want Vampire King, so please, this legendary Wishrow, please give it to me. We'll find out soon, probably only in a couple of days, but I really want Vampire King. He was who I wanted last time, and I didn't get any good. I think I took a duplicate, I think. What did I take? I want to say I took a second tornado, like train boss, but I don't really remember. And then time before that, I just got hero items, which isn't useless. It's a lot of hero items, but still, I want to actually get a legendary, and I want to get a new one. That didn't even give me the choice to take, like, Jake's lightning sword or the lever instrument, which I kind of think are pretty bad anyways, but still, I would have taken those. Those aren't horrible, but the duplicate train boss for the dude that I already don't use very much, yeah, I don't like that very much. So he does have jetpacks. I'm going to take advantage of that, even though I could totally place him right here. We're going to place him here because it's a slightly better spot. I guess she has Soul Stone equipped. I didn't know that, but sure, whatever. Yeah, it's going to be fun. She's a pretty good tower, Commander Cassie. As we learned when we did Finn and Commander Cassie 2 Towers Impossible, she melted that bad balloon. I just realized one thing I'm totally going to do. I'm going to do C4 Charlie and Commander Cassie next because that sounds awesome. I think that's going to be my next 2 Tower Impossible combo. Should be fun. We'll see what map we can do it on. Now that I know Commander Cassie is a god in disguise and has insane popping power, she'll probably be able to handle most of the pretty insanely difficult maps, but I'll have to wait and see still. Maybe, maybe not. Plus, I mean, C4 Charlie for the help. If we go his Moab Assassin path, that'll be pretty useful as an instant bolt for the bad balloon, and just a general pop pack. The general popping power is pretty good as well. So I am going to go for Plutonium Tips because I'm pretty sure that's the path I have set up, because that's the one where you get the Moab Mauler missiles, and I want the Moab Mauler missiles, so bloop. Place. Mounted Mauler. Replaces all missiles with powerful Moab Maulers for extra damage against Moabs. I like it. It's a cool upgrade. I don't get it very often because I think the other path is debatably better, but they're pretty cool. I don't know how much of a damage increase it actually is. In BTD 6, I'm pretty sure the Moab Maulers do 10 damage per to a Moab, so if that's how much it is plus 10 damage, then never mind. That's a pretty ridiculously good upgrade considering how many missiles she fires. But I don't know. Maybe it's not. Honestly, I feel like that could be pretty balanced. considering if you give it like Demon Heart and all those Google Meat and all those things, I mean, it's still a lot, but giving +10 damage is a lot less when you consider that. It's probably not even double. Which, to be fair, should it be double? Probably not, but I mean, you also have to go the Bloomtonian Pips instead of triple dart. You just fire 3 times as many bullets, or darts, or whatever they are. Dragon's Teeth. Dragon's Teeth, those are probably deadlier than bullets. Maybe, I don't know. Teeth are pretty sharp. I'm sure Dragon Teeth would be pretty bad, so maybe they would be super deadly. Who knows? But this is going pretty well. This is obviously pretty easy. I've gotten pretty lucky, I guess. I've had very, very easy and Pop Hole maps so far. When they get harder, I might actually struggle a little bit, but currently they're still very easy for me. But the one thing I will say for this for you guys, because it's a pretty big, this event, the big decision for this event, and what happens a lot with this event, is you move up from normal to hard, and hard to extreme. Because this event lasts 10 days. And if you're struggling to beat the event, make sure you're still doing it, don't ignore it, because as you saw, probably at the beginning, I got a super rare item for like the 2nd or 3rd clue. So if you do just a normal mode, a couple normal modes, or one hard mode, something like that, you will instantly get a super rare. You will still get super good loot from the event. Don't give up. Even if you can't get the legendary wish orb, it's still super useful. And well, don't give up on moving up difficulties. Partway through the event, depending on where you are, obviously sometimes you won't be able to, but depending on, like during the event, chances are you'll be able to move up from normal to hard, or hard to extreme, or maybe even extreme to impossible if you get the right trinkets, or if you're doing a lot of other gameplay during it. It can make a big difference, so don't give up on switching up events. As I said, I believe I actually got, actually I didn't mention this exactly, but I'm pretty sure I actually got Phoenix Wand from my first event as my super rare weapon. And, well, if you don't know about Phoenix Wand, it's a little ability known as Solo Extreme. So, you know, any extreme map, okay, not any, most extreme maps, you can just solo with Phoenix. So, I moved up from hard to extreme, and it made the event really, really easy. Impossible obviously would have been better, but extreme to impossible is a pretty massive jump. Hard to extreme, still big, but not nearly as big. So yeah, it's a pretty big difference. Even honestly, normal to hard is obviously the easiest one. It does, the jumps get bigger as the difficulties increase, obviously. But it's a pretty big deal. I mean, it depends on the map too. You might get unlucky, get a super hard map. Don't try to go for the same difficulty. If you don't think you can beat it, go for the lower one. But if you have an easy map like this, and you're like, well, I can beat hard on some of the harder maps, why don't I try extreme on this map? You can probably do it. The map makes a big difference. There were maps that I could beat on impossible, and then there were also at the same time maps that I couldn't beat on extreme. Well, that's not true, but there were definitely maps I couldn't beat on impossible when I could beat someone on impossible. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not really, I mean, to be fair, actually, when there were ghost BFBs, or ghost Moabs, or ghost CMGs, yeah, that might have been true, actually. Depending on the map, if there's like a ghost CMG and stuff like that, it can be pretty deadly. Ghost CMG, fortified CMG, they're pretty powerful, and since I didn't have Robo Monkey's Visor or anything, I didn't have a ton of damage against them, so yeah, I probably would have lost to the ghost maps when I was at impossible difficulty for some of the easier ones. Makes a big difference, keep that in mind where you are at. But definitely try to push forward, because it's a big deal for this event. Random tips, because of course, that's sort of the point of this. Well, the main point of this video was just to say, hey, there's an event, you should play it. But also, some random tips is always nice. Yeah, so Phoenix Wand, if you have it, definitely try to do some extreme maps. It's pretty easy at that point. Otherwise, I say it a lot, but a strategy like this, obviously, a little more complicated, preferably with some money making if you're actually having a slightly difficult time. But you want to get a couple really strong towers, put all your damage buffs on them. If you don't have too many damage buffing or good accessories or trinkets to just make a tower stronger, put it all on one. You don't need an army, you just need 1 or 2 really good ones. So that's my personal recommendation. Options for those could be Max, Flame Princess, Sai, Commander Cassie, Super Monkey. They all sort of work for that. My favorites are probably Commander Cassie, Sai, and Super Monkey, but Flame Princess and Max are easier to do earlier on in the game, so they're definitely good options as well. And beyond that, you just want to get some support. Money making is obviously key. That's my constant tip. It always will be. If you have enough money making, it doesn't matter how bad your towers are, you will win. So yeah, money making is really key. If you have some money making, get it as early as possible. go for your Brofist. If you have a Cobra or BMO, great. Place them as soon as you can. You have a level 5 PB, go for Royal Decree. I think it's Royal Decree. All of those money making, they add up. Even if you're using like Captain Cassie, not Commander Cassie, clarify that, but Captain Cassie's Balloon Pillage for bonus income, or Max's whatever one is like Moab Takedown or whatever, where he gets bonus money from Moab class balloon. It's helpful. All of the money making, it adds up. Keep that in mind. Okay, so we're probably gonna wreck this baboon pretty fast. I want to see what happens. What happens when he goes through the those guys? They just instantly die, don't they? I wonder if they actually do any damage or if they just get instantly eaten up. Sorry, hot dogs. At least I was able to protect some of you. But yeah, so we should get this impossible chest. That's also another great thing. You always get the same tier chest, which otherwise you can't get that anymore if you beat all the maps on that difficulty. So, like, I've beaten all the maps on extreme. This is the only way I could get a golden chest. This and quest. So it's a pretty big deal. Yeah, nothing. That's not that surprising. But let's see what we get from the actual clues. We should get 2 clue rewards, which is going to be pretty good. Move the footprints. 700 gold. Okay. Freezing potion, 20% chance to freeze balloons for 2 seconds. Not horrible. Not great, but not horrible. So I'll be working on the rest of these off camera. Except the legendary wish orb. I'll probably save that. With luck, it should probably only be, I don't know, 2, 3 days, 4 days, worst case scenario, until I have this finished, since, you know, I'm doing impossible. But we'll see. I might be very forgetful. Hopefully I won't be. I'll try my best, but don't expect the video to come out tomorrow with me having the legendary wish orb. It will not happen. Though I do find it interesting that it seems to be pure blue here. I wonder if they changed it so it's no longer rainbow, or if that's just because it's like a solid image of it. I don't know, it's interesting. If they did change the design of the legendary wish orb, it's a little random. No, it's changing color, sort of. It looks a little different to me, but that might just be me. Anyways, though, have a wonderful day. Please consider giving the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe and join the Purple Elephant Squad. It makes my day super nice, and I really do appreciate it. We're still working on a milestone for the end of May. I know you guys can do it, so keep up the good work. Thanks for 700, by the way. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, and good luck with the event.